Hello, boys and girls. Yes, it's me, Teacher DK again. Hope you had a nice weekend. And yes, let's start off from where we left last week. As you know, we spoke about phone manners. And I told you we are going to look at emergency numbers this week that you need to know. That is very important. But before we get to the emergency numbers, let's review just a little bit what we did last week. Right, as you know, the basics when answering a phone. You normally say hello, hi, how are you? So, repeat after me. Hello, how are you? Hi, how are you? And remember, when you hang up the phone, just before you do that, always say goodbye. Excellent. Now, let's have a look. If you want to send a message from one city to another city that is far away, what devices can you use? Again, I will play some sounds and you can think of all the devices we spoke about last week. Excellent. Let's have a look at some of what we spoke about. Of course, the mobile phone and the home phone. And of course, public phones. What other methods can we use? Do you remember? Of course, good job. The walkie-talkie, a computer, and a tablet. There are many ways that we can communicate or talk to our friends that is far, far away. Now, because we spoke about public phones and how to use them, can you still remember where we find them in the city? Yes, convenience stores like the 7-Eleven. Or at your school. Yes, at Guangfu Elementary. Yes, even at the train station. There are many places where you can go and use a public phone. Last week, we also had to go and see how to use a public phone. Let's go look at the 5 steps. Step number 1, pick the phone up. Step number 2, insert a card or coin. Step number 3, dial the number. Step number 4, if the phone gets through, you can talk. And the last step, step number 5, hang up the phone, get back your card or coins. Excellent. Let's go and test. This time, I will move my cursor from left to right. You tell me to stop and which one is the first step. Remember, say stop. Excellent. Yes, pick up the phone. Again, look at the cursor and tell me when to stop. Excellent. Yes. Insert a card or a coin. Look at the cursor and tell me when to stop. Excellent. Dial the number. Again, look at my cursor and tell me when to stop. Good job. Yes, when the phone gets through, you can talk. And of course, this is the last step. When you are done talking, you can hang up the phone, get your card and coins back. Well done. Right, we went through a few things of how to talk politely over the phone. Let's review. Hi, this is Pepe. May I speak to Xiao Hao? Xiao Hao is not at home. May I take a message? Can you ask Xiao Hao to call me back? No problem. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Or, hi, this is Pepe. May I speak to Xiao Hao? Speaking. What should we bring for the art class tomorrow? Crayons. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Or, if someone else picks up the phone, you can say, hi, this is Pepe. May I speak to Xiao Hao? Sure. Hold on, please. Right, let's read the story one more time. But this time, I read and then you read. Are you ready? Everyone say, Krabby Cat's phone call. Ring, ring, ring. When Quacky Duck's phone. Quacky Duck answered her phone. Hi, this is Quacky Duck. How may I help you? Hi, this is Henny Hen. Said Henny Hen. I want you to come to my party. Ring, ring, ring. When Benny Bunny's phone. Benny Bunny answered his phone. Hi, this is Benny Bunny. How may I help you? Hi, this is Henny Hen. Said Henny Hen. I want you to come to my party. Ring, ring, ring. When Krabby Cat's phone. Krabby Cat answered his phone. What do you want? He growled. Henny Hen said, that is not a good way to answer the phone. Please be polite, said Henny Hen. You're a sour puss. Krabby Cat yelled. What do you want? Henny Hen said, I want you to come to my party. Say please, said Krabby Cat. Well done, boys and girls. Right. Now, it's time for emergency numbers. In Taiwan, we have a few emergency numbers. You need to know them, for if something happens and it's urgent, you need to know what numbers to dial. So in Taiwan, we have a few emergency numbers. 110, 119, 112, 113, 117, 165, 166, 167, 168. Now let's go and have a look at a few of them that are important. When you see someone doing something wrong or stealing, you need to dial 110. Yes, to report it to the police. Make sure you report the sight and situation clearly so the police knows where to go. When you see a car accident, you need to dial 119. Yes, you must try and get hold of the ambulance. Someone might be hurt. When someone is calling your grandma or grandpa or anyone you know and tries to take money from them, it is called fraud. You need to dial 165 and report them. When you are in the mountains and you are lost and you don't know how to get back down, you need to dial 112. When you see someone having a big argue or they are fighting, you need to dial 113. Now, I'm going to show you a picture and tell me, what number do you think we should dial? Picture number 1. Oh, someone is stealing the TV. What do you call? And who do you call? Correct. 110. If you see a fire, who and what number do you call? Correct. The number 119. When you hear or see someone trying to take money over the phone from someone else, what number do you call? Excellent. 165. If you see a car accident, what number do you call? Good job. 113 or 119. When you see someone arguing or having a big fight, what number do you call? Excellent. 113. If you are lost in the mountains and you don't know how to get back, what number do you call? Excellent. 112. Now, the difference between emergency and not an emergency. Let's have a look. An emergency is serious. It is unexpected and often a dangerous situation that needs immediate action. So you need to dial quickly. Not an emergency situations are things that may not need immediate attention, but you still need to do something about it. Let's go and have a look. Emergency, very important. Not an emergency. We can deal with it later. Now, picture number 1. Do you think it is an emergency or not an emergency? Let's have a look. Excellent. Not an emergency. It's a headache. Picture number 2. He is stealing the TV. Emergency? Not an emergency. Yes, it is an emergency. There is a fire. Emergency. Not an emergency. Correct. It is an emergency. The boy fell off his bike. Emergency. Not an emergency. Which one do you think? Not an emergency. Good job. Someone is crying. Emergency? Not an emergency. Yes, it's not an emergency. Last picture. There is an accident. Emergency? Not an emergency. Good job. It is an emergency. Right. To finish off the lesson, here is a little worksheet. In red, I have emergency. In green, I have not an emergency. I will point to a picture, say the word, and you need to say emergency or not an emergency. Are you ready? If you fall down and scraped your knee, emergency or not an emergency? Good answer. You have crashed the car. There is a car accident. Emergency, not an emergency. Good answer. You lost the dog. Emergency or not an emergency? Good answer. You spilled your drink on the floor. Emergency, not an emergency. Good job. The house is on fire. Emergency, not an emergency. Right answer. You get lost. Emergency, not an emergency. Good job. Next picture. Your iPad or iPhone is unavailable. Emergency, not an emergency. Good job. Your friend has a very bad injury and hurt his head. Emergency, not an emergency. Good answer. You are angry or mad at your friend. Emergency, not an emergency. Yes, not an emergency. Next picture. You are choking and cannot breathe. Emergency, not an emergency. Good job. You see someone is drowning because they cannot swim. Emergency, not an emergency. Excellent. Yes, That is an emergency. Last one. You want a toy to play with. Emergency. Not an emergency. Very good. Not an emergency. Well, boys and girls, hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Thank you for revising the previous lesson, and I hope you've learned the difference between emergency and not an emergency. And try to memorize the numbers we have learned today. And remember, you can save a life and help someone when they are in trouble. Well, I'll talk to you soon. Enjoy the week. Bye-bye.